Howdy, this is Rodney with A&M Panhandle Beef Partners. Today's show is going to be brought to us by Beaver County, here at the Beaver County Stockyards, brought to us by Thomas Fencing, Trey Thomas, and Blackboard Trucking, John Moses. Be sure to visit us at ampanhandlebeef.com. We are farm-raised beef and pork, all born, bred, raised, finished right here in Beaver County. ampanhandlebeef.com. Go there, sign up, get 15% off a fresh order, and have some of the best beef and pork you can prize. Let's get right into today's sale. We're at Tuesday, September 23rd. Man, you had a monster today.
Oh, we're just getting started good. When these people discover that we can sell their cattle right off the truck, as long as the health is good and the condition's good, we can outsell or sell with anybody. I feel like our customer service is second to none. If you give us a try, I'm sure you're going to like it. Layne is going to give you some details of what has happened today. We want your business. We can take care of you, and we're going to be here every time. There's none of this game playing. We're ready to roll.
There isn't a buyer's club here, so you don't have to worry about being part of that, which is not always the case. On selling the cattle off the truck, you've got to have them sorted, ready to go. But if you can do that, we can help you with shrink and a whole lot of things. We sold some Radcliffe yearlings today from right up here at Oregon. They had 123 yearling steers, weighing 980, bring 350, 63 right behind them, weighing 953, bring 358, 103, weighing 865, bring 374. Those cattle were good. They had age. They were big. They had a lot of frame. They're going to finish. They're going to be like a 1,700-pound fat when they get done with it. Now, the twins, the Radcliffe twins, they sold theirs straight off the truck today. They had 144 steers, weighing 917, bring 364. And 111 steers, weighing 862, bring 375. Once again, quality, age, and condition, all three wrapped up into that one. Red Gates had 102 yearling steers, weighing 831, bring 381.50 today.
Let's get it on.
There was some kind of record set on that one. I don't remember just exactly what it was, but it was a national record. The Longfellow cattle, some cattle that came from down by Fort Stockton, Texas. These cattle were a little bit plainer, but they had age and condition. They were hard as a rock. 86 of those steers weighed 662 for 406. 176 of them weighed 898 for 344. And 101 of those weighed 1,069 for 320. Those cattle were not your front end genetics, but they had all the growth in the world behind them. So then on to Griswold's. They sent some weaned cattle up today from down to Stillwater. John Griswold. He had 31 weaned steers, weighing 408, bring 5 1/4. 36 weaned steers, weighing 511, bring 476. He had them cattle weaned. He had them hard. Those cattle were ready to go to work. It wasn't going to matter where you turned them out; they were going to be fine. Jerry Rhodes from down here at Pampa sent 98 steer calves in here today, weighing 604 for 423.
Tell his deal. He was going to bring 2 sets.
Jerry was, he was going to bring 2 sets. He was going to have to start weaning on Thursday or Friday, which is way too early. Jeff talked him into weaning 1 set from one ranch one day and the next set that's from the next ranch the next weekend. Split the bunches so he could get them here on Monday, get them weaned right. David Dodd, that buys a lot of cattle here, and Dave will give it all for a good one, but they have to be right. And the day they're weaned is one of his biggest concerns. If they're weaned 3 days ahead of time, you don't get his bid.
Do any of the buyers want to buy them cattle when they're weaned 5 days of the week? Who wants them?
Nobody. Absolutely nobody wants them cattle that have been standing around balling for 3 days. Getting the ball out of them does not help us at all. Layne, is that the key? You know, last week in this conversation, you talked about how we're kind of getting to that time of year where things are going to be dropping off a little bit. But those packages that were put together just right, they were right at the top of the market study. These good calves that are weaned right, have their shots in them, those cattle have not dropped at all. Matter of fact, some of those are even higher this week than they were a week ago, and the weaning conditions have not changed. But giving these buyers and the guys where these cattle are going, giving them the opportunity to, in the first 48 hours, essentially be able to get their own shots in them, get them in their own place, it means the world to these guys. Probably, I heard Jeff say the other day, what was it, every day that they've been off the cow before you get your stuff in them is probably 2 to 3% that's lost. So you either want long time weight or
right off the counter.
60 plus
You know what I mean?
or lean the day before is, I mean, that's the earliest you, a Sunday steer coming, or a Sunday calf coming in on a Tuesday, you're already too far out. These cattle need to be coming in on Monday or Tuesday.
They should be worth 10% less when they do that. And if you give somebody a 10% dock on their calf, they're gonna act like they're 12. So a $5 calf, 10% off, you're at $4.50. That's not enough. You're not getting punished enough. And if you really like your cattle, let's do it right.
Because the guy that's buying those calves is going to be hauling off 10 minutes.
Yes, and we're getting these people to come back. We're getting repeat customers. We're going to be able to sell a tar out of stuff. We're here to stay.
More than one buyer today talked about this very thing. 3H cattle down at Clarendon sold a set of steer calves in here today. There were 60 of them, like $4.79. They bring 510. That's a phenomenal price for a heavy 4-weight calf right off the cow. What sold that set of calves was, first of all, the quality. Those got obviously Bob Curry balls, done the right things, have a good cow, the whole 9 yards. But they came off the cow today. They came off the cow, I think, yesterday morning. Today. I think they got wing today, shipped in. Phenomenal set of cows.
So you can handle them to that truck to show up, get lined, unload them, and get them right in.
Yes, that's what we want. We don't want the cattle standing around here. It makes you no money. It makes us no money.
Yeah, if they're just standing there balling, they're shrinking. So, I mean, and we tell a lot of people that if they're asking when to bring them, we tell them not to even come until about 3 or 4 o'clock on Tuesday, because by then we've got through the big rush. We can work them cattle into the sorting alleys. If you bring them at 10 o'clock in the morning, they're probably still going to stand there until 5 o'clock that night. But if you don't bring them till 3 or 4, we can get them sold between 5 and 7. So we can really cut down the amount of time they're just standing out here balling.
I mean, someone might be listening to this and saying, how the heck can I show up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Isn't the sale about over? This week, 6,837 heads sold today. 773 yesterday with cows. 7,610 heads sold this week. Is that the biggest in the country, or second or third?
It don't matter. We're just getting started.
I agree, but you can handle them. All the pens have water, all the pens have feed. Get with it.
Dude, Layne, do you want the calves that are handled right for our customers?
I do not. My customers, I will not bid on a set of calves that's been lean more than 2 days. And they have to have, my guys, they have to have at least one modified live. Irish yield isn't enough. Killed virus isn't enough. They've got to have a modified live bait.
So you're telling me that people are not interested in the cattle that aren't handled right?
That is correct.
That's fair. I mean, what you've got is you've got people that find the best and best and said all of that. You can pay them top dollar.
Yeah, we're getting top dollar. It's not our decision how you handle your cattle, but it's our decision if we sell it. Yeah.
So the Radcliffe cattle that we highlighted earlier today, they buy really good calves. They buy as good a calf as there are out there. And the result, I mean, they give a lot of money for it, but they make money. I mean, those good steers, when they come back in here off the 4-H diet, them steers are ready to go to work, and these buyers know it. You're not gonna, we've talked about this quite a little here lately.
Yeah, you're
not gonna fool these.
You're gonna trick Scott and David and John.
I mean, these guys they're professionals. They know what they're doing. So
it's their butts on the line too. They want the good cattle. They're not sitting around here watching tiddlywinks. They're interested in the good cattle.
yes. Yeah, when you run a good one in the ring, you can see every one of them kind of sit up and take note. And we're running a bunch of calves through that haven't had any shots, haven't been to work, nothing. That's when they're making phone calls and doing their work. So,
Jeff, what else do you have for us?
Nothing. We appreciate your business. Everybody that wants to do it right, we want you in here. We can haul them in here from 300 miles away. The first 100 miles, they shrink 2%. The next 100 miles, they usually shrink 1%. If you load them at noon, you're going to get your weight back, plus a really happy check. The guys love to buy the cattle off the truck. And if you sell them off the truck that day, say Tuesday morning, we have a bombing or something, or Mr. Trump goes ballistic, and the board's down the limit, you don't have to come. You have to come here and deal your cattle. It's your decision. And it's your decision where you sell your cattle. We want your business.
We want to thank you for tuning in to us again today. Once again, our sponsors were Trey Thomas with Thomas Fencing for all your fencing needs. Also, Blackmore Trucking. We've got John Moses dispatches for trucks out of here. And also for me, ampanhandlebeef.com. You'll go to ampanhandlebeef.com for all your beef and pork, home-raised cattle, this is your place to go.
It
Ship them
helps
straight to
you
you.
fit the orders too. I mean, people can put together what they want to do.
Yes, yes, you don't have to buy a half or a quarter. We can put together a package of exactly what you want. We can do subscription packages where you get a shipment every 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, however you want it. And the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. We can bundle those together, put those together. USDA inspected, we ship all across the country.
Selling cattle here is not boring. You come here, sell a load of cattle, get $200,000. That should be fun. It damn sure can be. Thank you.
Thank you.